Hello, everybody. Welcome to Real Stuff Radio with my co-host, You Destroyer. Say what's up.
Hello. What's
Yeah.
up?
And so, pretty much, this is our podcast for the King Bowen channel on YouTube. It's called Real Stuff Radio. I wouldn't actually like to call it that. I would love to call it Real Shit Radio, but YouTube doesn't let that happen. So, we called it Real Stuff Radio. And so, pretty much on this podcast, there's no picture, no video. It's just like something to listen to. But pretty much on this podcast, every episode we're going to be talking about some story, some topic. And each person in the podcast, if there's two people, if there's eight, each person shares a story about something in that topic that's happened to them. And then every person, after all the stories are done, every person will vote on whose story is the best. And obviously, the winner gets to pick the topic for the next episode. So this is episode 1, and the topic of this episode is what is the creepiest thing that has happened to you IRL, like in real life. And since I chose the topic for the first episode, Cole, you're going to start first.
Okay.
So what's the creepiest thing that's happened to you in person?
So, in person,
Like in person,
nothing you can.
like nothing on video games, nothing like that. Like you have to be like in
Okay,
person.
person, like that you actually saw.
Yeah, something that you witnessed in person.
I was about to say, of one time that we were about to talk about when that one thing happened. But I can't really talk about that because that's not in person.
Yeah. So, let's see the story.
What, the one I was just talking about?
No, the story for the topic.
Alright.
I mean, you can use the story that you were talking about.
Yeah, because I really get sick of fuck, anything that I saw creepy in person.
Yeah. I mean, let's hear it, man. I'm eager.
I mean, you already heard about this because you were there. I mean, I was there when it happened. But what time was it actually? Wasn't it like at least 10?
Something like that. But what is it?
Wait, I was wondering what kind, how many dangerous or nice um ghosts or spirits there were. And as soon as you were about to talk about it, like there, we started off with the meanest ones, right? I'm pretty sure. No, we started off with the nice ones.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. But we heard a scream in the background as soon as he started talking about the ghost.
This was at the park, right?
Yes, we were walking home, and then we just straight up booked it home.
Yeah, I remember that. So we were out like around like 10 o'clock at night, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Is that all you have for your story?
I mean, I can add another one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do that.
But I take it as this might be one of you probably gonna say, but if it's not, oh well. Um, so it's another time we were together, but we had another person. I think Dakota. I don't
Yeah,
know.
was it Dakota or was it Gabe? I don't remember. But yeah, go on.
I think it was Gabe. But same thing. We're walking out at night, but this time we weren't walking home. We were going to the park, and we were we saw a car coming behind us, so we had to kind of hide because we weren't allowed at the park at that time.
Oh
And
yeah, it was late. Yeah.
we were when the truck went gone away, we came back out and we saw it pull into the school's parking lot.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, probably like a minute later, it wasn't even dry lightning because it was colored. It like fucking, what was it, purple greenish
It was kind of greenish.
beam. Yeah, it just struck into the sky, and it was 3 times.
Like 3 beams of
Right?
light. Was it?
Yeah,
I remember
that's
that
pretty
day actually. That was
weird.
wild. And then as soon as that happened, didn't that truck swerve out of the parking lot?
Yes, he did. I'm still wondering that. I just it's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much what he's talking about, chat, is like, um, so back when we used to go outside late at night around my house, there was like these trails and stuff, and pretty much to sum up on his story. So there was a truck. So we were walking down the trail, and the trailer are closed at nighttime. So there's a truck that pulls up on the track, and so we have to hide somewhere to get away from it. And so then it passes, and then we keep walking down the path, and I would say maybe like 5 minutes later, there's like three straight up beams of light that shoot up into the sky. They're kind of like greenish colored, light green. And then all of a sudden, that truck swerves off. And that was a pretty creepy thing. And it still got me wondering to this day how the hell that even happened.
Yeah, because it wasn't even dry lightning.
Yeah,
That
it
is,
wasn't dry lightning. Because dry
it's
lightning doesn't strike in the same spot 3 times in a row. All like
oh, it
blink,
doesn't.
blink, blink. Like, and if it
Yeah.
was, that was pretty fucking rare. I still have no idea what that was. And
But let's be
I
honest.
still actually wonder what that day. You said what?
But let's be honest here. Definitely not dry lightning.
Definitely not dry
Hell,
lightning. Definitely not. So, is that the end of your story?
I guess so.
Alright, well, it's time for my story. So, this happened, I would say back in like 2018. You've never heard of this story. I've never told y'all this.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
pretty much, I have cousins down in Kentucky. And I'm gonna go see them this weekend, actually. And they live in the mountains.
Damn.
And so, back in 2018, uh, me and my family, we took a trip down to those mountains to, go see my cousins and family. And they stay in a pretty nice house. It's not like some cabin in the woods. It's like a pretty nice house that overlooks on the mountains and stuff, but it leads to a forest.
Ooh, shit.
And like the backyard of the house is pretty much just forest and stuff. So pretty much um my cousin, I'm not going to give out my cousin's name. So I'm just going to say my cousin's name is Tofi. Or no, yeah, Toby. That's what I'm gonna say his name is, even though it's not. But Toby, that's what I'm gonna say. So me and Toby, which is like one of my only like male cousins I have. But yeah, so me and Toby
Shit.
were just in the forest, and I would say it's probably maybe like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I don't really remember, but the sun was setting, so it was getting kind of late, and it was really only me, him, two of my cousins and my sister that were at the house at the time because my parents and my cousin's parents, like my aunt and uncle, they were out like at a bar or something like that. So we were all alone, just us kids. And so pretty much me and my cousins were playing in the forest and we're like bashing sticks, having a sword fight, the typical thing for a 9-year-old to do. And so, and like so we go back inside and the sun sets and we're like and we get bored again in that house and so we decide to go back outside, but this time I would say it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. And so it's pretty late. The sun hasn't set fully, but it's like the sky has lost most of its color. Like it's like a very dim blue. Like it's pretty dark out. And so me and my cousin, we were, you know, mushroom hunting and playing with swords, like having a sword fight and stuff like that. And 'cause kids do stupid shit. But yes, we were having a fight and we were just doing the fight, and then all of a sudden we just like break out into some argument. I don't even remember why, but we just start arguing, about something, probably something related to whatever we were doing, because kids are stupid. So we're doing that, and then all of a sudden, my cousin stops talking, and he's like, "Dude, do you see that over there?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro? Like, what do you mean?" And he starts pointing out into the forest. And the forest gets dark the further you look into it. So, like, the further you go, the darker it gets because of all the leaves on the trees. They cover a lot of the sky. So it gets pretty dark in there, even during the day. And so he's pointing in there, and he's like, "Do you see that over there?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And there are houses nearby, but I would say a mile away. So their house is kind of separated, but there's a couple of cabins here and there throughout the woods that are less than a mile away from his house and stuff. But he points out there, and all of a sudden, I start looking because it's really got him freaked out. Like he was starting to shake, and so I look into there, and I see like a black figure
Ooh, fuck.
standing into the forest, looking out towards us.
Shadow
And
Man.
when I say the shit that was in my pants, bro, it was a big amount. And so me and my cousin are just kind of standing there frozen. Like we're like, what the hell do we do? There's a guy that's in the forest. At least we think there's a guy. It could have been something else, maybe. But we're standing there thinking that it's some guy that's like haunting us or hunting us down. And so we're just standing there freaking out. And all of a sudden, I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, "Toby, let's run to the house." And he's like, "Yeah." And all of a sudden, we just turn like right the fuck around like a 360, and then we just book it to the house. Like we were hauling ass, and I would say that we're a good like 100 yards away from the house. So we were running, and then we get there, and we look into the forest, and that shadow figure really isn't there because it's really far away. We couldn't see him. Plus, it was dark as shit outside, and so we think we're in the clear. And then, we shut the door. We shut the back slider door, and we're like, all right, enough of that. We're done. And so, all that's over now, as far as we think. And we're just kind of sitting there catching our breath from that long run, then just getting stuff to drink, turning on the TV to watch the Markiplier or whatever the hell is on. And then, I would say 2 hours later, it's about 10:30, 11, and we're young kids. We like staying up late when we can. Our parents are still out. And then, all of a sudden, we get a knock. We get a knock like this. I don't know if you can hear it, but it was kind of like this. I don't know if you guys could have heard that, but it was like a knock, like with just 5 repeated knocks. Like dun 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 dun. And me and my cousin were the only ones awake at the time because my other cousins and my sister fell asleep. And so after we woke up, or not woke up, but after we, got up to see who was at the door, I yelled to my cousin, I'm like, "Toby, don't look. It could be that guy from earlier. Or worse." And so he turns around, he runs, and so we're hiding behind the couch where he can't see us. But the creepiest thing is that whoever was at this door was jiggling the door handle trying to open it.
Mm.
Yeah, they were trying to open the fucking door. And that shit pisses me off. I don't even care if you live in my house or not. You jangle on a door and you're locked outside, I'm about to beat the fuck. Like, I'm throwing hands. Like, you're not coming in. You're locked outside for a reason. And so, you know, I go into my uncle's office, which because he he's like a real estate agent, and he does a lot of work from home. So I look out his office window to see the door, and it's a guy, and it's pitch black outside. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's pitch black. And so I can't really tell, but it's a dude at the door, and he's trying to look inside the door. I can see him peeking his head into the door. And I'm at a side angle, so like if he's at the door, I'm like the next window to the left. Like I'm peeking. And I'm seeing it, man. I'm peeking at him from like an R6 pixel perfect corner, bro. Like he cannot see me. And he's just looking in his door, trying to open it and jiggle the door handle. And so I tell my cousin, because my sister's asleep, so realistically I'm the oldest in the situation. Because my other cousins are younger, and my sister's asleep. So I'm the oldest in the situation. So I'm telling my cousin, I'm like, Toby, go in your room and shut the door. And so I go up to the door and I yell, "What do you want?" And I swear to God on this, he said, "I want you."
Oh, I don't know.
And then he started like jiggling the door handle like really fast. And then I make sure all the doors are locked and every outside window, and I book it into my cousin's room. And we're just kind
Wait,
of just, hmm?
where your sister sleeping? And your other
It's,
cousins.
they were all sleeping in the other room. And so me and my cousin, we book it into his room, and we're just kind of sitting there. And my cousin's like, "What did he say? What did he ask you?" And I'm like, "Nothing, bro. You don't gotta worry about it. You don't gotta know." 'Cause I was freaked the fuck out. Like, that shit fucked me up. And eventually, I come back out there at midnight. I mean, my cousin is asleep, so it's just me. I come back at midnight out there to check to see if this guy's here. I'm checking that same window from before. I'm checking that door. I don't even see him anymore. And so I feel like I'm good now. Like I feel like you know, he's gone. You know, and then my parents get home, so I'm like, all right, it's fine. My parents and my uncle and aunt are home, so I can go to sleep. So I wake up tomorrow morning, right?
Okay.
And uh, so yeah, I wake up the next morning, and my mom is sitting here, or she's sitting on the couch talking to my dad and my auntie and uncle. And then all of a sudden, my mom asked me if anyone showed up to the house last night. And
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, mom, someone was at the house, and I made sure they didn't break in." And she was like, "Good, because there was an attempted murder suspect running out throughout the forest last night."
Oh.
And bro, when I tell you my pants got soaking wet from piss, bro. Oh my God. So to sum it up, that guy was literally an attempted murder suspect. He tried to kill somebody. That's crazy. That guy tried to kill somebody and he ran away.
Wait,
Wow.
did he get arrested? Like, did the news say anything
Nah,
yet?
he didn't even get arrested. He's probably still out there. As far as I know, that I don't even know that guy's name, but I've heard no news reports of an arresting in Kentucky that involved that guy. And some of you that are watching this is probably like, "It's not true. This isn't true. Blah blah blah." Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is. Literally put this shit on God, bro. It's literally true. This shit freaked me the fuck out. And when I go see my cousin, bro, I already know. Me and him, we always talk about that. We always talk about that day.
You gotta talk to him about it when you see him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, bro, remember that one time that one attempted murder guy almost tried to kill us?" He'll be like, "Oh yeah, bro, for sure." Knowing that guy, I now my biggest question, guys, is that guy still out there? So, here's a little lesson to all you watching. If you see somebody outside of your house, don't open the fucking door for them. Instead, lock that bitch and point a gun at the door. That guy will run away screaming. I like
Don't
you
even.
people, and I like people that are watching this video right now, and I want y'all to be alive, okay? you know, so just the moral of the story, just be careful with who you see in public. People are not at all what they seem. Some person could look friendly as hell, but he could also have killed 3 people. Like, you got to be careful with people that you see in public. And we weren't even in public. We were in private. You got to be careful with people you see in private, too. And I feel sorry to all the people that live in mountain houses after watching this video. Y'all are about to lock all your windows and doors. Put the curtains up.
Don't even fall for. Oh, this is your dad. Open the door, please. I lost my keys.
Hmm?
Like, but don't even fall for the I'm your parent type shit.
Yeah. Also, don't fall for that. If you know your parents' voice, good. Because people are going to try to say some of that shit. Just be careful. There's a lot of weird people nowadays. And there's bad people, too.
Bro, speaking of weird people, bro, remember the wait, what's it? No, like the other sleepover before Dakota at my house last time.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, what the?
You mean that homeless guy?
Not the homeless guy, the dude that was changing when this window open.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Chat. So, before So literally, a couple weeks ago, I was staying the night at Cole's house. There was literally a guy that lives near Cole. He literally had all his windows open, like not open, but like rolled down, like there were no blinds or anything. And so, bro, this guy was literally changing. And as me and Cole were walking past, because we were trying to get some Subway before we figured out that it closed,
Yep.
this guy was staring at us and watching us as he was changing. And this guy was naked. And
Dude, and
it was
that
creepy.
the fact that he went to the other window just to continue looking at us.
Yeah, and he was switching windows to find us. Like as we were passing by some of the windows, he was switching to the ones where he could see us. And that was
Cause ain't no
low key
he,
so scary.
cause ain't no way he's gonna be like, what are you guys looking at?
Yeah, I know.
Cause
What is he looking at?
yeah, cause he can't be saying that with his windows all the way open.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. That was episode 1 of Real Shit Radio. So, if you guys liked this podcast and you want more, leave a like. And comment down below some podcast ideas for some topics. Because, to be honest, both of us have good stories here. It's time for the vote.
Yours was the best, 100%.
What? Mine was better?
Dude, I didn't see no person. All I saw was a truck.
But yours was pretty good, too, though.
To be honest, yeah, but yours was better.
So, are you saying that I win?
Yeah.
Alright, well, chat. If you're at this point, I have won. So I get to pick the topic for the next episode. And also, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, leave a like so I know to do more of these. Comment down below some, whatever you want. And comment down below some topic ideas for me so I know what to post. Because you guys are, saying that I should do it. And I listen to my fans. So you guys say, oh, do a podcast about this and that. I probably will. And since I have the topic now, I can pick whatever I want to be the topic. And eventually we're going to have more people in these podcasts. We might have the mercenary, which is Dakota. In these podcasts, we might have Isaac V4, which is literally just Isaac in these. So, you might see new faces soon on this podcast. But this was it for episode 1. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe to your boy. And subscribe to Sea Destroyer. Help my bro out. He's got 16 subscribers right now. Hit my bro.
16?
Yeah, you have 16.
Jesus, I gotta stop paying attention.
Somebody subscribed to my channel yesterday, and I am greatly appreciative of it. See you guys if I 145. Yeah, I had 143 last time I streamed. So 2 people subscribed and the whole difference. So, yeah. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video or podcast. Peace out.